We've had the privilege of doing a lot of really cool spots for Sig.
For the launch of the Tread, they wanted to do something bold and different.
And they said, we'd like to do something that centers around the flags of the American Revolution. The story for Tread is really about the American patriot and their rebellious spirit of independence, and we paralleled that with the images kind of as chapter markers of historical flags for each period during the American Revolution.
Visually, that's a pretty bold idea to pull off because we're talking about historically accurate costuming and locations, which is arguably the most difficult part of that. So when we really started diving into the concept, one visual idea that stood out was almost like the Call of Duty loading screen, where a character is standing looking at the camera and they're in an environment. And so we really riffed on that idea of a character standing defiantly as the camera moves in and then building the environment completely from scratch digitally to match as much historically and aesthetically as we could to each of these character scenes. So when concepting for something like this, there are a few ways to go about creating a lookbook. We're always here at OMG looking at the most cutting edge technology. So we used AI to create what we wanted these scenes to look like, with lighting, with background, with framing, to get a really good idea of what to pass to our visual effects team, what to pass to the costume and the makeup department to make sure that we're all on the same page. And it was an extremely powerful tool, and it's really cool to see side by side the AI generated images to what we actually created for the finished product.
After the concept was approved and after Jeremy and I had worked up some initial previs and collaborated and coordinated with Joe, our VFX artist, regarding the environments that we're going to be putting together for this, it was fully greenlit and approved by Sig. They gave us the trust to push ahead with this pretty wild and bold vision. So we assembled the Avengers, if you will. We put together our production team. Now, our production team, we brought together hair and makeup, wardrobe, incredible production designer to help build some physical aspects of the set that we'd be extending on. We got a great team together and we started casting.
Production on this one was a lot of fun. We actually shot this one anamorphic with Cook lenses. We shot it all in our studio on blue screen. And we had Joe have his laptop, and the camera was piping out an image into his laptop where he would key the image, and then he would overlay his VFX background so that we could really see how to light the actor in the studio to match the VFX background so that when he's comping in post, everything looks as real as possible. It's super valuable to have that process because when lighting, if you light your character wrong and it doesn't match the background, then the entire shot's broken and it will not look real. And even if you just have an iPad where you're looking at that image and trying to match, it's still really hard to see exactly where their backlight would come from, where exactly are they keyed from. Is the fire flickering? Is it farther from them? Is it a little torch or is it a bonfire? Is it moonlight or is it a street light or something like that? So having the ability to see the shot in a slap comp version on the computer was extremely powerful tool for us to use. So for the last look, the modern day guy, we actually auditioned multiple looks. We had in studio and digital background, and we also shot a live shot, and kind of between Sig and ourselves, I think we landed on that the live shot just kind of matched a little better. It felt more grounded and more realistic to shoot that shot live. I think it worked even better because it's much more relatable at the end.
This one was a very important story that had a lot of historical significance and a lot of importance for patriots and people who care greatly about this country.
It was really important for the firearms community to see a manufacturer really put their money where their mouth is, standing firm and saying shall not be infringed. It's really easy to kind of take a back seat and to play it safe and play it careful, which honestly, it gets us nowhere, right? You have to stand up for what you believe in. And so I think that is one of the big reasons why this commercial really resonated with people. Sig really stepped up and said, this is what we believe, and this is why.